Good morning everybody, it's Friday and the voice is very almost back to normal now, which I am so pleased about. I am feeling so much better. I hardly coughed at all last night, which is good. So I think the antibiotics have finally kicked in and doing their job, so that's really good. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear some very loud crunching. I'm going to turn you around and show you. They've got their morning kale, having their breakfast and their crunch, crunch, crunch away. So noisy, so noisy. Cuties. So yeah, it's Friday, it's John's last day at work today, which is great. And he's also going out tonight with his work colleagues for their Christmas meal. They're going to Jamie's Italian, which should be nice. They've been there before, they seem to go quite a lot. So he's not going to be home until late tonight, but that's okay, that's cool. I've got my book. I'm loving this book. And I don't want it to end because the third one's not out until January. See how much I've read? That's how much I've got left to read. And I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah. Can't wait for the next one to come out. So this morning, I was sort of sitting here thinking, okay, you know, John finishes work today and I don't know, it just feels like the end of the year is coming close and the new year will be fast upon us. And so I was just sort of sitting thinking about, you know, looking at the diary and kind of thinking about what we're going to be doing, because I know John wants to like kind of really kick back and chill and have some fun and go for walks and do some baking. And you know, he's a homely sort just like me. We love just pottering around at home and we'll just enjoy each other's company so much. You know, we're best friends. We just love doing stuff together, so that's really cool. And I'm really lucky that he is just as bonkers as I am. So yeah, what you see of us in my vlogs is really us. That is really how we are. I don't believe in faking anything because I couldn't keep up with a lie. I couldn't remember what we'd said or what we've done or anything. So yeah, what you see is who we are. This is really how we are, totally bonkers. So at the moment I've got my planner, and I've seen that on I've shown that loads of times on my other channel, and it's working fine, but it's not really working how I really want it to do. And I've kind of been thinking about going forward in the new year, and obviously I'm posting content on my other YouTube channel, and I shall probably continue to post content on this YouTube channel, and then I've got my blog and other social media, and I've got my work to do and all of that kind of stuff. And I kind of basically want a diary that, or a calendar or a planner that's going to work for me a little bit more. So I'm kind of having a bit of a session today, sitting down, having a little bit of a play with pen and paper, excuse me, to try and work out some new inserts. Yeah, because I want them to do something a little bit different. I'm going to turn you around and kind of try and show you what I mean, so hold on 2 secs. So I don't really want to show you the diary pages as such that I've got, because it is just a diary, and you know, it's got my personal information in there, like things on dates, you know, appointments and stuff. So yeah, so I'm kind of basically, I have my diary which I write down appointments and things, and let me flip through my Filofax to, here we go. And at the moment, excuse me, I'm sorry guys, I'm using this like yearly calendar for that I printed from timeanddate.com. And I kind of basically, when I've got like a vlog or a blog or something like that with my social media type stuff, and I do this with work as well, I kind of try and colour code it and make a circle of what's going live and when. And that's all very well when I'm kind of scheduling something, because I'm trying to, like with my videos on my other channel, I'm trying to kind of post regularly but separate them out so they're not all bunched together and etc. And you know, I've got this channel on the blog and everything, so I'm trying to space it out, and this kind of gives me a very good overview of the month, so you can see like I've missed dates or what have you. I can see when I've got space and I can schedule something in, but that's good. But say for example I was doing Vlogmas, so I pre-recorded a load of videos for my other channel, and I kind of marked like when I was going to set them live kind of thing. But then I couldn't remember what I'd done when, and so I'd scheduled a load of posts in Facebook, and I have to keep going back to the Facebook apps manager thing to see when I'd scheduled them in for. Do you know, I hardly ever get any text messages or phone calls, but only whenever I'm videoing. How annoying is that? So, yeah, so that gives me an overview. But then I can't remember which one I said, so I have to go to my Facebook and find out what it is. So I want to kind of get a bit more organised, calendar-wise, and plot it all down a little bit better, plan in advance, and try and be a little bit more organised with things. So I'm just kind of plotting out here an insert that might work for me. And also it saves having so many different bits of paper and lists, and because at the moment the way I'm working in my Filofax is I've got my diary section, so you know I flip to my diary, then I've got my like personal and my work sections and everything, and I've got my to-do lists and that in there. But then I'm finding that I'm kind of having to flick backwards and forwards a lot, which is nice. It's difficult because I like that in some respects because everything's categorised. You know, each area of my life has its own compartment. But then equally, I'm worried about things getting missed because I'm having to kind of go back and forth all the time. So I'm trying to make something a little bit more all-encompassing, as it were. I'm not sure that I want a day per page because I don't necessarily think I have that much. I mean, I don't have that many appointments or meetings. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily have that much thing. But I do regularly have to-do lists, and I want, you know, so basically I'm thinking of kind of maybe doing a week per 2 pages again, which is what I've got at the moment, because I don't think I'd have enough for a day per page. But I want a bit, like, so if we break this down, this is a day, I kind of want a section where I can write my appointments, or, you know, things like, you know, meet with a friend, haircut, that kind of stuff. But then I also thought it'd be good to have a to-do list as well. And I thought if I kind of did that, a to-do list, so that it was running down the whole page, I could almost treat it as a, sorry, my wires. I could almost treat it as a, this is what I've got to do on that day kind of thing. But then I'd also have an overview of the week so that I could see what's being ticked off and stuff. And I'm also thinking of like putting like a YouTube video, what I'm going to schedule for that day, and a blog post, what I'm going to schedule for that day, so that I can kind of flick to any day and put that in. But I also want a kind of a section where I'm like thinking about videos and content and stuff. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to use the to-do list for that, like, I don't know, film XYZ video, and then like edit XYZ video, and then here it would be go live video, if you see what I mean. Excuse me, croaky. So I'm not sure. But of course the only way to find out if it works for you is to actually kind of put it into practice. Which is why I'm really lucky that I think that I'm able to make my own inserts, because I can make them work exactly for me, you know, whereas like ones that you buy in the shops, sometimes you have to do a bit of alteration too. So I'm really pleased that I can do that. And I know a lot of you, because a lot of you have bought my inserts, so I know a lot of you have kind of the same way of thinking as me, which is quite good. So yeah, I'm going to turn it around again. So that's what I'm trying to do, and trying to think is ways that I can kind of organise myself better and get myself better organised. So I'm going to spend a bit of time thinking about that and developing that ready for the new year, and I have been thinking that when I make those inserts, I'll probably give them away as a freebie because I'm good like that. And I've also got some other ideas that I've been thinking of. Sorry, I'm just looking down. That I've been thinking of for some inserts that for my Filofax that I'd like to do that I think would make it really easy, things a bit more easier for me. One of the things is, because you know on this channel I do quite a few book reviews, because you know I love reading books, and I love watching other people's book reviews, and by watching other people's book reviews, that's how I found a lot of books that I'd like to read myself. So and also I've always wanted to be in a book club, and and there's no book clubs around here, and I could start one, but I haven't got a clue how to start one or what you even do in a book club. So I kind of use the book reviews on here as kind of like that, because I can interact with people about books. And at the moment, when I've read a book, before I do a review, I kind of have a post-it note, and I jot stuff down on the post-it note, and then I put it onto the book, and then when I do the review, I've got all those things to remind me. Excuse me. And I used to keep a sort of a journal, but in that journal, I literally wrote the date, the author and the title, and when I'd finished it. And the reason I did that was because very often than not, I'd go to the bookshop and I'd be like, "Ooh, that book looks really interesting. Yeah, I'd definitely enjoy that book." And then I'd get home, start reading it, and go, "Oh, actually, I've read this book." Because they're constantly changing the covers all the time, aren't they? So so I kind of kept that record, so I knew which books I'd read. But now obviously I'm doing like the reviews and the talking about it and stuff. I kind of want to keep more of a record of the books, so I'm thinking of doing some inserts specifically for books. So if any of you are interested in that, I'll do another freebie of those. I'll just do a download. Let me know, and let me know what kind of thing you would like to see on that insert, if you see what I mean, and I'll try and cobble that together and make a freebie download for those next year. So yeah, lots to think about. Everything else, I really like enjoying the way it's working for me. Everything else in my Filofax is really working, and I'm loving it, and yeah, it's made life a lot easier for me because I don't have various notebooks everywhere, because everything's all in the one place. But I just kind of, I just want to tie everything together, as I say, like my future planning, because I have got ideas for future videos and stuff. Excuse me. So yeah, I kind of want to, and I enjoy doing it so much. I do. You don't get paid for it. People, it's funny because people kind of assume that you do videos and you're like, I don't know, that you make loads of money for them, and then they start treating you like you're doing it as a business, and they're like, oh, you didn't put up a video or anything. It's like, well, at some point you do make money if you monetize your channel, but that's not a lot, and it doesn't kick in for, I don't know, until you get like $100 worth. But you know, so even if you do make money, it's not a lot unless you've got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views. I do it because I genuinely enjoy doing it and sharing and inspiring and yeah, just kind of, and interacting with other like-minded people, because none of my friends craft or into Filofax or anything like that. So it's just kind of really nice to build friends and talk to people online. So that's why I do it. And I really enjoy doing it, and I've got more ideas to come. So I'm kind of trying to work out how I can manage all that in. And I mean, January is always a quiet month for me, work-wise, because no one... Occasionally there'll be some sort of start-up companies who will want something from me, but generally speaking, people are skint from Christmas. That's how it is. It's industry-wide, really. So that's, you know, that's fine. You just have to be aware of that and plan for that, and you know, so yes. So I've got plenty of time coming up. you know, we've got Christmas, we're going to have a really nice Christmas. Then in January I've got time where I can really plan stuff, and I'm going to make these new inserts, and I have some ideas for some other inserts, but I don't know whether they would be of interest or not. So I tell you? I'll tell you, see what you think. A friend of mine's getting married and she was looking at wedding planning books and stuff, and she asked me about what we did to get when we planned to get married and stuff, and I showed her all of like my stuff that I did organisationally, and she was kind of like, wow, that's so good. And you know, it's because I come from a really over organised brain, and she was like, none of the books kind of have all that information or any of that thing in there. So I'm like, do I make some, you know, because I sort of said I'd make some inserts for her. So I'm kind of wondering whether other people would be interested in wedding planning inserts for their Filofax. But I don't know. So, but I've got, obviously I'll have some time so I could develop those, but I'm not sure. Yes. And I've got, over on my other channel, it's something I've been thinking about for a while, and I wasn't sure if anyone would be interested in. And then, so was it Megan? I can't remember if it was you, Megan, or someone else, I can't remember now. After my journal flip, said about showing how to draw a bunny, and that is or how I draw a bunny, and that's something that I've been thinking about doing for quite a while actually, because a few people have asked me that. So next year I'm probably going to plan in a series on like drawing different bunnies, characters and things. So yeah, so that's probably going to take a bit of work, but I'm very happy to do it. I really enjoy it. A chance to get up drawing is fab. So yeah, so kind of some really exciting things to come, I think. Just need to work out what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if I rambled, if I made sense, I hope I've made sense, because I get too excited sometimes and I can't remember what I've said. So yeah. Anywho, I'm going to do a bit more developing. Feeling so much better today, so I'm gonna kind of get some stuff done in the house, ready for the weekend, because I've been good. I've spent all week in the house and done as I'm told, kept myself warm, looked after myself. So John's off tomorrow, so we can kind of start our Christmas, and I need to finish off some of my wrapping, and I need to finish off Christmas present shopping because I haven't done that. Although I'm sort of tempted to do it after Christmas, because some of the people we're not actually going to see until after Christmas. And I'm thinking, sales, So we'll see. So, yeah. So looking forward to Christmas now. Anyway, I'm going to go because I'm rambling. And I will catch you later. Bye. Just painted my nails as a little pick-me-up. Not that I need that much picking up now, but I'm really pleased with them. I think they look really pretty. I'm just waiting for the camera to focus properly. I think it's picking up the glitter, but I painted them with this white that came in the glossy box. And that needed about 4 coats actually to make it white, because it was quite thin. And then just on the tips I used this, come on, focus. It's Barry M glitter, which is called, I don't know. I just used that glitter just on the very tips. Just on the tips, and kind of tried to make some of it sort of cascade down. So it's more like a kind of a Christmassy, frosty tipped, snowy, because I really want some snow, but it's not cold enough. And it keeps raining here in the UK. Huh? Yeah, I really like that. I think it's quite festive. So I'm ready for the Christmas weekend now. I'm ready for the Christmas weekend. The bunnies are outside because it's so nice. And the piggies are asleep. And I want to show you them because they're just so adorable. Betty's in the bunny's house. Excuse me. In the hay. And Betty's in her piggy dig. It looks so cute. Really cute. Yeah, so I'm going to have some lunch now. Been a productive morning thus far. Yeah, I tidied up around the house a bit. The chains have fallen down. You see that? Oh no, the chains have fallen down. But yeah, I picked up around the house and done a few bits around the house and did some planning. Painted my nails, gonna have some lunch, and then I'm gonna be good for the rest of the afternoon. I'm gonna relax and watch YouTube. I think I'm gonna do a YouTube video and on some of the channels that I watch. So I keep looking at the rabbits because they're watching me. Look, I'll turn around, I'll show you. Because they're so nosy. Hold on. There they are. Oh, they've stopped watching now. But they're just so nosy. They love watching what I'm up to. They feel so much like they're missing out when they're on something when they're outside. They don't like to be missing out on anything. Yeah, bless them. So I'm going to be good for the rest of the day and truly, fully, because my throat is still a bit croaky, truly, fully get over 100% over my bugginess because, as I said, John's home tomorrow and I really want to get out and about and do things and crack on with Christmas now. So I feel that I just need to be good once in my life, heed the doctor's and husband's warning and just chill out. So yeah, there we go. Hey guys, it's 4:30 here with Betty. Poor little Bet's poorly. She's got the snuffles, which is like a wheeze. It's like basically, oh, don't move, hold on, she's moving. So it's basically like a guinea pig cold. So she's all snuffly. That's her purring. That's not her snuffling. That's her purring. So, yeah. We're having some mummy cuddles. And I've just microwaved her heat pad. So she's going to have that to keep warm on and snuggle with. And we've just given her some medicine. Hey. Oh, she doesn't want to be on camera. She wants mummy cuddles. So, bless her. Not fair to her. So yeah, poor little Bet. Now she's got a cold. Yeah, I told her we want Christmas puddings, not poorly puddings. Yeah, poor little girl. I'll let you know how she gets on tomorrow. Hey. Hey. Here's camera. Yeah. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Say goodbye. Bye, guys.